And welcome into the fifth quarter show here on Rip City Radio 620. Seth Hoyland here, joined by the Godfather Dwight Janes as we recap today's Portland Trailblazers and Houston Rockets game at the Moda Center. Houston 123-107 winners over the Blazers. And quickly recapping tonight's ball game, the Blazers looked really good in the first half. Portland off to a 31-28 lead in the first quarter and outscored the Rockets 32-27 in the second quarter, taking a 8-point lead to the halftime locker room. Portland was up 65-55 at the half, and that half was highlighted by a couple key performances. Of course, the Blazers without a lot of their major starters in this game, DeAndre Ayton, Scoot Henderson, Jeremy Grant, all ruled out pregame. And the play from Delano Banton in the first half was phenomenal. He had a career-high 4 3-pointers coming in that first half. And the Blazers held Alperen Sengun to only 7 points in the first half, leading to their 8-point lead. Duop Reith, Anthony Simons, and Delano Banton all had double figures in that first half. So Blazers took a comfortable lead to the third quarter, but that's when the Rockets took over. Houston outscoring the Blazers 37-24 in the third quarter, and it was a dunk fest for the Rockets in that quarter. They really showed their athleticism in that third quarter and outscored the Blazers by 13 points, taking a lead to the fourth quarter, where they closed out the Trailblazers 31-20. The Rockets outscored the Blazers in the fourth quarter. Anthony Simons, his 24th 20-plus point game of the season. Chris Murray has his first career double-double in tonight's game. He played 33 minutes, 11 rebounds, 12 points. He was 3 assists shy of a triple-double, 7 assists as well for Chris Murray. Delano Banton, 38 minutes and a career-high 30 points for Delano. He was 10 of 27 from the field. Anthony Simons, again, 23 points, 3 steals, and 3 assists. Ant did have 6 turnovers. For the Rockets, Jalen Green, 27 points, 11 of 19 from the field, and a posterizing dunk a couple times for the high-flying guard for the Rockets. Fred VanVleet, 10 assists. Alperen Sengun, 19, 6, and 9. And, Godfather, we were talking about it here off air. Really impressed with the play of the rookie Thompson off the bench. Of course, the Thompson brothers coming from Overtime Elite. Amen Thompson, the rookie for the Rockets. He really played a good game off the bench. 7 of 10 from the field, 8 rebounds, 5 blocks, and 16 points. Just a little bit too much athleticism and youth from the Rockets here today.
Yeah, that was my takeaway, Seth. There's a huge difference in the athleticism between these two teams. It shows in the passing lanes. They're jumping the passing lanes on them. They're so quick to the ball defensively, and then getting out on the break, getting a lot of dunks and easy shots just with their transition game. The Blazers had those 17 turnovers, and Houston turned those into 27 points. You just can't afford to give up that many points in your transition game because the Blazers really, they held their own in the rebounding department, and they actually made more three-point shots than Houston did. And in the NBA, when you make the most three-point shots, you have a tendency to win most games. But it didn't happen, and I think mainly because of the turnovers. And I give Houston credit. They caused a lot of those by being opportunistic and being quick to the ball. And that goes back to athleticism, which they really have. They're a young, really frisky team. They are very, very athletic.
Yeah, very athletic team. And I thought Ime Udoka did a good job at half making those halftime adjustments. Again, the Blazers had an 8-point lead at the half, and then the Rockets outscored the Blazers by 13 points in the third quarter to really take control of this game. A 37-point third quarter for Houston. Again, Chris Murray with a double-double, his first career double-double, 12 points, 11 rebounds, and 7 assists for the rookie forward. Duop Reith finished 32 minutes, 6 of 13 from the field, 16 points and 6 rebounds. Again, you really get a maximum effort. You look at the 5 starters got about as most out of them as you're going to get in any given night. Delano Banton scores 30. I was saying pregame, Ant needs 30 for the Blazers to have a chance. They did have a 30-point game and still come up short. Again, just the depleted roster without a lot of the major contributors playing. But how about Delano Banton? You know, he was stashed at the end of that Boston bench. Obviously, a very deep team. The Blazers able to acquire him. He's getting really his first meaningful playing time, essentially a 6'8" point guard, and he played 38 minutes tonight. Not only the 30 points, really a complete game from Banton, 5 assists and 8 rebounds as well.
Yeah, he did a good job. I think he's shown enough to be a person of interest, I would say, for the Blazers. You know, somebody that you might want to see more of. Uh, he did get 30 points. He needed 27 shots to do it, and that would be somewhat concerning. But again, he filled in other parts of the stat sheet too, and getting the rebounds and the assists, that's good. He had, um, I would say, a pretty good game, particularly in the opening part of the game. I think they clamped down on him a little bit in the second half, as they did the whole Blazer team, really.
And looking at the team stats for this game, Houston shot 48% from the field, 45 of 94. The Blazers were 37 of 89 from the field for 42%. As you mentioned, Dwight, the Blazers outshot the Rockets from three, 46% from three,
Yeah,
16 of 35. Again, that's going to win you a lot of games in the NBA, but just
sure is.
not enough for the Blazers tonight. And you look at the reasons, you know, that maybe the Blazers didn't win this game. And again, it's the turnovers, the 17 turnovers that turned into 27 points. And a lot of those points coming on fast break points, 37 fast break points for the Rockets, including 54 points in the paint. And again, a vicious dunk from Jalen Green on the fast break. Just a really fun, athletic team, the Houston Rockets. Rockets win 123-107. That's game 2 of a 6-game homestand for the Blazers. Portland will welcome the Raptors to town for game 3 of this 6-game homestand tomorrow night. See a couple callers on hold here. Stay there. We'll get to you after this break. We'll also check the NBA scoreboard on the other side of this timeout. You're listening to the Blazers' fifth quarter show on Rip City Radio 620.
Simons holds onto the ball in the center court circle, gives it up to Murray. Starts to dribble a couple of bounces, gets to the baseline, slings the pass out to Banton. Another three. Another make! The third three of the quarter for Delano Banton. 17-10. Smith passes out at the Şengün, up top. Gets to the free throw line, kicks to the wing. Smith with the ball fake, starts to drive, back to Şengün, knocked out of his hands by Kamara, and picked up by Banton. He'll bring it across center court. Looks around, stops in transition from downtown. Back iron, no. Heat check was no good. Murray, the offensive board, goes back up and banks it in. 19-4 Trailblazers run. Timeout, Houston. 6:54 to play in the first period.
And welcome back into the fifth quarter as we look around the NBA scoreboard on this Friday night. New Orleans 103-95 winners against Philadelphia. Zion Williamson a double-double, 23 points, 12 rebounds, and 3 blocks. Tobias Harris 21 points for the Sixers in a losing effort at home. Washington 112-100 winners over the Hornets. Kyle Kuzma 28 points, 8 rebounds, 9 assists for the Wizards. Miles Bridges, 32 and 12 for Charlotte. An overtime game in Cleveland. The Cavs knock off the Timberwolves 113-104. Jared Allen, a battle of the bigs. Jared Allen, 13 points and 18 rebounds. Naz Reid with 34 points for Minnesota.
Whoa.
And he's going to be playing a lot with Karl Anthony Towns out after that knee surgery. Cavaliers win that game. Knicks beat up on the Magic 98-74 at Madison Square Garden. Paolo Banchero, 23 points, 9 rebounds, and 4 blocks in a losing effort. Precious Achiuwa, 15 points, 14 rebounds, and 5 blocks. The Blazers will see his former team, the Toronto Raptors, tomorrow night at Moda Center. Hawks 99, Grizzlies 92. The former Seattle Washington star DeJounte Murray, 41 points in a win over the Grizzlies. Jaren Jackson, 21 and 9 for Memphis. The Oklahoma City Thunder continue their hot streak. They beat the Heat at home 107-100. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, 37 points and 6 assists. Jaime Jaquez with 25 points and 3 steals for the Heat. And in the game we tagged as the game of the night, it ended up being so. The Lakers defeat the Bucks 123-122. A three-pointer at the buzzer from nobody else. Dame Lillard gets blocked by Spencer Dinwiddie, and the Bucks fall to the Lakers. D'Angelo Russell hit a little free throw jumper with 6 seconds to go to give the Lakers the win. D'Angelo Russell, 44 points and 9 assists for the Lakers. Giannis, a triple-double, 34, 14, and 12. Lakers win that game and advance to 35 and 30 on the year. And finally, in our game tonight, Houston 123, Portland 107. Jalen Green, 27 points for the Rockets, and Delano Banton with 30 points and 8 rebounds for the Blazers. And, Godfather, we talked about the efficiency, the scoring from Anthony Simons over the past couple games. He ended up getting pulled with about 5 minutes left in the game, to save him for tomorrow night's ball game against the Raptors. But 23 points from Ant. You get a lot of scoring from Banton. Duop Reith, another double-figure scoring game, 16 points. Again, talked about Chris Murray. He borderline triple-double for him. He was 3 assists shy of that. You get a lot of good efforts, but again, just not enough depth on that bench with missing so many key players.
Yeah, again, I take my hat off to the coaching staff. I think this team is playing. They're getting maximum effort out of what they have. The fact is their bench is getting outscored because a good portion of their bench is having to start right now. They just don't have enough bodies to compete with even reasonably talented teams in this league. I think Toronto coming up, there's a chance there of a victory. But these teams coming in like the Knicks and the Celtics, that's a tough task for, this roster right now with all the injuries. They just need to get these guys back. So that's going to be the critical thing moving forward into the next week.
Absolutely. Once again, Houston 123-107 winners over the Blazers here tonight. And we understand there's some technical difficulties going on in the back. Our engineer, Mike Shacker, working